Honestly, dude, I respect the practice, man. You keep putting them up. That's the most important thing. You got to keep putting them up. That's the hardest thing. I
That's
know a
the
lot of people that can talk aggressive and talk whatever, but they have nothing to say. So
mm,
you have something to say. That's good. You got to just work on your voice until it's yeah, I look, you need a little authority in that voice because if we're going to tell people, and we're going to get into this today.
what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the. Is it Big Ticket Titans? Is it what are we calling this? Super
Just
hit viral sensations
I don't know. It's our
or
it's our
strategy
marketing
sessions?
podcast. Our
It's our
strategy
strategy
session. Yeah, we
sessions.
have strategy sessions. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, me and Amish, we get together almost every day these days, and we just talk about so many interesting things that we thought it's a great idea to record them for you, and it's good
Yeah, we just
content.
said, you know what? People need this.
Yeah,
We have hour-long meetings and they're so long and then they're so funny too that we said, you know what? The people need this. The sales community, the kids coming up, or they're going to get some tips out of us.
for sure.
How
So
arrogant.
no, but it's like what Gary Vee says. It's like you just documenting your journey. So it's good for
Yeah.
us in terms of documenting, but also we're not trying to like always come up with a script and whatnot. This is just good content that is already
Yeah.
there. Why not share it with the world?
Yeah. And I mean, you're in the game. You're putting up these videos. You put up a 75 hard video yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to the beach day before yesterday, 1st of Jan,
Okay.
for
Okay.
New Year's, and yeah, decided to film. Why not?
Why not?
What did you think about it?
Let's play a clip. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's
What do you
see
want?
you. Because it's 75 hard, but did.
What's going on, everybody? Happy New Year. I just wanted to make this quick video because today I'm actually restarting the 75 hard challenge. Now, I already finished
Wow. Hold it. Oh,
hard
wow.
2 months ago, and I'm doing
Wow.
phase one today. So if you haven't watched my previous videos on my actual challenge, go back and I'll
Hold
have a
on.
link in the description.
So much to talk about. First of
Okay.
all, I like how you do these thumbnails in a way that like you and Frizella just were hanging out.
Yeah.
Have you met him?
No, I haven't.
You just have it just looks like the two of you are like mental toughness challenge from
You gotta look.
Frizella.
I mean, we found the same. I had this picture from earlier that looked exactly like his picture, cross hands and whatnot.
Right.
So I just thought, it's a good idea to combine them. If you want to check it out. But phase one is a lot more difficult than the regular one. Now, once you finish the regular 75 hard challenge, which is a 75-day challenge, you do phase one for 30 days. You can begin whenever you want. You can begin right away, or you can wait like I did. And today, since it's a good day, it's January the 1st, everyone's setting these
Okay.
resolutions.
Okay. Hold on. What's this look? Like you have this look on, you're like, today I'm doing 75 hard and like why do you look so worried?
Oh, that was like sunlight in my eyes directly. So that was kind of irritating my eyes a little bit. But
Okay, see, this is the thing, right? I mean, we can talk about video quality. We can talk about. I talk to Steven about this all the time on my other show, The Drip, that I do every Friday. I talk to him about this too. Graphics, great,
mm,
but the art is the art. And I'm not saying graphics are an art, or I'm not saying like good cinematography is an art,
mm,
but then it's like delivery to me feel delivery and like what you're saying is like to as a writer, obviously I'm skewed and a performer, I'm skewed.
yeah,
But to
yeah,
me, that's 90%. And this is something that we fall into a trap with our clients too. They come in, they say, I want SEO. Actually, can I get SEO? And you're like,
mm,
dude, if the video you make this garbage and there's no SEO, you can't pull this, SEO can't pull this out of the dumps, dude. Algorithm knows.
yeah,
On like just like some of our, it's like our clients are like,
mm,
they're just so unrealistic sometimes. They just go, well, I did this video and how about if I change the keywords on it? It's like, dude, it's a weird video. No
yeah,
one can help that. Like you
yeah,
can't, how do I increase watch time on it though? Hey, you're gonna go, you go to with a gun and say, watch the whole thing. That's it. Like you can't increase watch time. Like how do you do it? It is like that artistic side though. It's
yeah,
like, it's like, what's the script?
hmm
Like, what is the clear problem to solve? What and then you're almost the way people talk about talking in sales or whatever is like you're almost selling the next moment all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You're and the thing with your sentence, and my roommate Dave Gibson taught me this. He's a director I work with. We shot a video, that Kenwood Self Tapes video that you saw.
Mm-hmm.
I shot that with him. He's a filmmaker, whatever. He would always tell me, man, early days of my YouTube stuff, I'd get to the end of the video and be like, yeah, and then please subscribe and do this, and like make sure you tell your friends. And he'd be like, hey, for the jokes, for the hook, the jokes, everything was like bang, 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 bang energy.
Mm.
And then it's time to go, and people do this thing where they go, oh, and then make sure you subscribe, and like they don't want to do that. Most
Yeah.
comics are like that, and most
Yeah.
people are like that.
Yeah,
Almost like
it's the
there's a
same
little,
thing when it comes to asking for money. It's like, yeah, it's good up till then, but then you're timid, right? You don't want to ask people to do something.
you know what they call this in the Christian sales game? They call it like, you're shrinking, brother. You forgot that God is in you. It's like you forgot that God is right here. God, you are Jesus when you're full of God's energy. So it's like you're selling the next moment, because the next moment is going to be the next point, is going to be the next thing. So yeah, you gotta just work on that rhythm and maybe a little bit of like right now. So there's the phase, and you're saying it's because the sunlight, but then also there's almost like a droopy. There's like a droopy quality.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real 75 soft, baby. I don't know. I'm just kidding. It's fine.
So I've
Hey,
heard in terms of vocal tonality,
this
like
is why these cults get you, right? This is why you went to the cult, right?
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to be a
So
dick.
when you
I'm not
say
trying to be a dick.
droopy, do you mean like so? Based on what I've heard, right? I think I
Uh-huh.
heard from Jason Capital, one of his YouTube videos, where he talks
Mhm.
about vocal tonality, and he's like, either it's like upward trending, meaning you end a sentence on a high note.
That's no good either. Then you go, and then we
Yeah,
do this, and then we
yeah,
do this,
exactly.
and then we do that. Yeah, that's
Then
no
he
good.
says there's neutral, which is like pretty flat, not much emotion to it. And then he says there's a downward, which is what you should be doing. That's what he was saying.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know what Jason Cat. I
In terms
mean,
of
look,
showing your dominance or being the alpha, right? They're like you should always end on a downward. So he's like, yeah, do this for me. Like don't say do this for me. Like say
yeah.
do this for me,
See,
do this for me.
what that sounds like to me though.
Hmm.
That sounds like some sociopath pickup shit. Like that's that. Okay. Okay. Is he telling you? Is he teaching? Because I feel like you end straight. I've heard. I feel like okay. This thing of like what when he says you're talking down, are you yelling at people? Or
No,
like
talking
yeah,
down as in
or now,
it's
like
yeah,
that.
it's like it is like that. Not yelling, but yeah, you are ending on a lower note, lower tone,
I mean,
vocal tone.
I would say that that's not what we are about, though. I would say I agree with him. You don't want to be that, and then we do this,
Hmm.
and then we do this, but you're not doing that
Okay.
because that's got a high energy to it.
Yeah.
You're doing like you have like what is it called? It's like
Monotone.
it's it's just you're shrinking. You're shrinking. You forgot that God's in you. You got Jesus in you. You got to tell it like, I mean, look, it's YouTube, right?
Hmm.
It's a competitive marketplace. So you're going up. And that is like the most important thing, though. So don't be hard on yourself. This
Hmm.
is the practice. Honestly, dude, I respect the practice, man. You keep putting them up. That's the most important thing. You got to keep putting them up. That's the hardest thing. I
That's
know a
not.
lot of people that can talk aggressive and talk whatever, but they have nothing to say. So
Hmm.
you have something to say that's good. You got to just work on your voice until it's yeah, I look, you need a little authority in that voice. Because if we're going to tell people, and we're going to get into this today,
Hmm.
you need a little authority in your voice to be like, hey, I respect what you do. I don't want to talk down to anyone. I don't know, maybe Jason Capital. I mean, those guys are like brainwashing kids, though. The guy that you're mentioning, he does
Yeah.
teach classes to kids. So maybe
Right.
that's more of what he's doing. We are trying to go to a guru and say, let us be a guru's guru. We're
Hmm.
trying to go to someone who is like, you're already doing well in your business, in your marketplace. Let's see if we can take what you've done in this market and
Hmm.
let's just build out your system of spreading it everywhere. That's basically what our marketing is.
Right.
It's like the marketing is getting the word out about it. And then there's basic stuff that you do that makes sure that the financial infrastructure there, whatever, right? So I don't think we want to talk down to them, but we do need to make them feel absolute confidence. We
Hmm.
don't want these clients who are like, well, I'm gonna try out for 1,000 and then maybe I'll do 2,000, because I'm already spending 500 on an SEO guy and I'm already spending this on this. this is a waste of money. Why you're wasting everyone's time? You're wasting my time, you're wasting your time. We can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be told what to do a little bit. They don't know this area. So they need to be told, maybe in that case, that like, look, if you want to work with us, you got to cut all of that and just go straight to 10,000 a month. And then we can do something for you. If you can't do that, then I don't know how we can really help you. If you got these 6 things going on, you're not tracking any of those, and then you're only willing to put what 2,000, like 3,000 into this. Like they have to be told with some sense of authority that like this is what's best for you. I know you just, you why would you know? You're into your business. You're really good at your business. And then along the way, someone told you, hey, do this for 500. And then so along the way, someone else said, hey, $200, you want to do that? Like you just signed up for a couple of things. They're tying your hands. They're killing your budget.
Yeah.
And now this is the thing that you need to do. And you're not going to do it because, oh, well, it's like they need to be told.
Yeah.
And maybe they need to be told like, yeah, we want to get to work on this. So
you're saying it needs to be more of an authoritative voice.
I think so. Or yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I guess that is what Jason Capital's saying. He's saying talk down to them. But I don't think we can talk down to our customers the way his clients are younger kids that look up to him. Our clients are people who have successful businesses. So they have to be talked to in a way that's like, I'd say equal. Kind of like anyone watching YouTube. It's like, okay, you can go watch a million things. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna keep this moving. I'm gonna try to get to a point. I'm gonna try to be funny. Whatever, I'll do my best. But it's, there is a little bit of like, hey, let's say in the sense of YouTube, right? You need to even have a sense of authority here, saying to the viewer that like, hey, if you listen to us, you're gonna learn something from us. Even just being here by the osmosis, you're gonna learn like even right now, I'm like a little rambly. I'm a little like maybe it seems a little unfocused, but I feel like someone could hear like me 5 years ago. I could have heard this and been like, oh wow, that's true. I mean, if I'm going into a meeting with a business owner and I know what's best for them, and 5 other guys are not screwing them on purpose, but like just taking their money for nonsense, then am I really doing them a favor by not saying, hey, stop it? And having a little bit of like that authority, who's doing them a favor? Are you doing them a favor by saying, oh, that's okay? Well, well, when you're ready and if you want to do that, then we'll do that. It's like, you're not doing them any favors.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you're not doing them any favors starting at 3,000 either, because then they're stretching you thin and they're being weird all the time. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, this is what we're doing. It makes sense. So just do that. And then when it doesn't make, you know what I mean? But we have to be able to back it up, and we have to be able to really mostly just explain it to them. You know? But
So,
they need that
how much
authority.
of that is, when you're speaking, how much of that is your mindset versus how much is like your physical voice? Like, maybe you don't know how to open your voice, or maybe you're speaking too much from the chest or from the throat, which I think I do a lot. Because my throat does hurt like pretty regularly, because sometimes I'm on the phone for like 8 to 10 hours or Zoom calls, and then my throat does tend to hurt a little bit.
I guess I don't. I guess I just speak from my stomach a little more. Yeah, you're supposed to speak from your diaphragm.
Okay. So,
there is a breathing method, actually. There is stuff. I mean, I remember I learned this with a vocal coach years ago. But they basically taught me that when you're talking or singing, you almost want to take the breath in and then use it as a valve, and when you're talking, let the air come out as you're talking. So you're not forcing air out. You're letting your breath out, carry it out, kind of thing. I mean, that's what they said about singing, though. And then they were saying like you can even do it with talking, and maybe I don't know. I mean, I've never had a problem with my throat going out.
okay.
Let's just say. But maybe you need a little bit of breathing. But I would say I think it's like 80, 90% like it is like mental not toughness, man. See, this is why I don't like this Anthony Frizzell, this Andy Frizzell 75 Hard. It's like, just admit, like for me, it's like I gotta just admit that I'm soft and say, hey, cheat meal, schmeat meal. I'll decide what's a cheat meal. Okay? That's enough is enough. I'm gonna do what I need to do. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. So with you, I'd say with this, it's like a big part of what you need to do is you need to rewrite maybe the rules in your mind, because it's like here's what's happening. If you had a sense of like, I'm saving you from something, maybe you'd be like, hey, we need to do this. Yeah, and then you could do
Yeah.
this and you could do this. There could be maybe more of a thing to it. But if you feel like,
That's a good
like
point. I think if you really focus on the viewer, why are they even watching your video, right? Like, why should they care about
yeah,
what I'm about to say? Then I think that will make a huge difference. Just that one thing.
yeah, that's a
I
big one.
I
You're
also
like thinking
focused
of them.
on like just what I have to say that I forgot about why I'm even saying it. I was just
Right.
trying to
No, this
say,
is,
yeah, I got to make
yeah,
all these points. These are the 5 things you do, and
yeah.
that's it. And
Dude, this is the
also,
hardest thing to learn is talking as yourself. It's the hardest thing to learn. And it's the best thing anyone ever taught me. See, that's, I forgot to tell you. Don't perform. That's the most important thing, actually.
hmm,
You're not, see, this is the issue. Sorry, I totally missed that point, actually. This is a completely different point you're making, but you're right. You are, yeah, the camera goes on and you're getting like stiff a little bit. You don't need to, yeah, it's not easy to learn. It's hard,
I
but you
think
need to
this is
be in
how
the
I
moment
talk
and
to usually. I have a very monotone voice, but also in this situation, there's like all these people around as well. So it was like a bit awkward, right? Because there's like kids running around and
yeah,
like all these guys, like, so it's a bit kind of weird because here's this guy filming a video out of nowhere, right? So it's a bit
yeah,
self-conscious, like being in
yeah.
public.
Which good for you for doing it. Like, I mean, all these comics will talk this shit and they won't put a video on YouTube, or they'll be like, "Oh, you didn't go to an open mic." It's like, hey, put up your YouTubes, baby. Put your time in the game. That's what it's about. People outside of the business don't know this,
Hmm.
but inside the business, you got to put your YouTubes up. It's 10,000 hours, whatever it is, and you're just putting your time in, man. I mean, and that is a tough thing to learn, dude.
Hmm.
I mean, it is a little bit like, how do I increase watch time? It's like, how do I go out with a camera in public in front of a bunch of people and talk like I'm just normally talking to a friend? It's like, work on it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a skill to like just talk as yourself, not get nervous, not think about a million things. Really, yeah, think about your audience. I mean, when you're on stage, they say just look at one person at a time and just act as if you're talking to them. Like
Wow.
it's just the two of you and you're talking to that person. And then you're talking. That's how Bill Clinton does it. A lot of people teach that. Yeah. And it's
So,
good. That's why it makes it easier to have someone there. That's why we kind of want to do that for our clients. We want to have someone
mm,
there with them
mm.
because then it'll just get that natural delivery out of them.
Yeah, it's no, 100%. So I think yeah, I was definitely nervous, as you can see from my body language, I'm like
Yeah.
um yeah, clasping my arms or looking away or looking, there's just the sunlight on my face. But yeah, I think even my there's no authority. I can feel it
Yeah.
because I mean,
Because
yeah, of course
you're just
everyone is
nervous about it.
self-conscious about their own
Yeah.
voice, but still.
It's fine. I mean, it'll just come with time. Maybe do affirmations. I've been watching a lot of this stuff about affirmations. They just go, I can speak. My voice is, like there's people who do affirmations like people love hearing me speak. People do that. Patrick
Wow.
Bet David. Patrick Bet David has affirmations.
Wow.
Patrick
Fun.
Bet David. And I think one of them is people love hearing me speak. He just says it to himself. You think that's good? I mean, maybe that's going into crazy town. I don't know.
I think I just need to keep making these videos that are
Just do it.
some very
Yeah. Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Videos that
Just
are
do it.
uncomfortable, right? In public. Um, but yeah, just go focus because I've seen like look at Steven, for example, CoffeeZilla. Look at
Yeah.
his first videos and see how he talks now. It's completely different.
Wow. Yeah, no, you just got to put the time in. Yeah,
People telling
you
you
have
all
a
these
faith
negative
like
stuff.
you're giving people life advice.
Yeah.
Like important life advice, but you got to look on your face that's like I'm not sure about this. Like your face is going like and then you should do that because it'll definitely make a difference in your life and then it'll fix you right up and
Hmm.
the hard 75 will be really hard. There's a little bit of that. They just when you're like doing stuff like this, don't be nervous. Be
Hmm.
proud of yourself.
Yeah, it's
It's
very.
hard. It's
I
hard.
almost didn't want to do it. I'm like, hey, maybe I should do it later. I'm not ready.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah. No. Look, I'm having same issues. But go on.
but then I knew that I'm just doing it for myself. I knew that it's gonna help me overcome that fear. So
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
and I think I've gotten pretty they call it like exposure therapy, where slowly you expose yourself to like more and more uncomfortable things, but you don't want
Right.
to do it all at once. Like
Yeah.
they do that with horses, where if you take a farm horse or a wild horse, and if you take him on the street suddenly, like where there's traffic, then he's gonna freak out or panic.
Yeah.
But then if you slowly move the horse closer and closer to the road or where there's traffic,
Yeah.
then he won't mind it that much.
That's a meditation. Have you ever seen the happiness trailer? Not happiness, mind. The trail. The Headspace meditation app.
Mhm.
They have a training video on how your mind is
Mhm.
like a horse. When you can't just put a tight rope on it and pull it in, it'll buck, it'll go crazy.
Yeah.
You can't fence it in either. You have to have a long open field and a long rope. Let it
Mhm.
run around, pull the rope in. Let it run around, pull the rope in, and then it'll just calm down and go to sleep. It's beautiful.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, we are like that's part of the game here on Earth is that we must we must struggle to get closer to God.
Yeah.
It's
So
like you always have to work harder at stuff and to get good at it.
yeah. Yeah, but in my case, growing up, I was definitely like extremely shy and extremely quiet. Like I never used to talk to anyone.
Wow.
So for me,
Now look
it's
at you
it's
on the beach.
on
Look
YouTube.
at this. On YouTube, you got the road. The road mic is a good look.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
go on.
nice mic.
Yeah,
But
that's a nice mic.
it's what I'm saying is I'm complete like complete introvert, right? And barely talk to anyone. And I
Wow.
used to go like several days without even talking to anyone.
Wow. This YouTube is your therapy, basically.
It
I'm
is
just
it is like a therapy because if you see my first video,
yeah.
right on this channel, it's like terrible. I couldn't even complete like two sentences without cutting the video.
I
So
know.
you
Same
can
here.
see every one or two sentences there's going to be a cut.
It's
Whereas
crazy.
I
Like
went for 5 minutes without
yeah.
almost no cut except for that when that kid ran in between. But
Wow.
up until now, there's no edits. It's like nonstop.
It's a skill, man. I mean, very few people can do it. You look at David Dobrik. He just gets them done every day. My friend
Mhm.
Ryan Long gets them done every 2 days. He has a new comedy sketch up.
Mhm.
It's like we just need to, and that's part of what we're doing here for ourselves and our clients
Mhm.
is getting rid of all that anxiety. So I'm going to show you actually, we've actually, this is a very deep talk. I don't know how
Mhm.
we're going to cut this as clips, but we're covering like something very deep and very useful to people though. We've gone through 2 tips of how to improve your speaking. One is, I guess don't be nervous. To like don't be like just be more confident, I guess. I guess that's the only point we've made. We've just been talking about just different ways of like it's
Mhm.
hard, it's a process, you got to keep trying it. Yeah, but don't be hard on yourself, man. I mean, yeah, you're in public and it's like, why don't
Mhm.
I just talk like and then we talked about actually the tonality thing, like going up or going straight or going down with your tonality.
Mhm.
But another thing that I wanted to talk to you about today was scripting. So let's finish this video and then we'll do that in a bit, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want, I can read out a couple sentences. Let's just say from this book, right? And then you can just give me feedback as to what I
Oh,
think.
okay, cool.
Because I do
All
have an
right.
accent too, right? So that's also another thing. Because I grew up in India, so I do have that Indian
Fine.
accent.
It's fine. Okay, so then let's stop the share then, unless there's something else you want to show me in here.
No, let's stop it.
Let's stop the share. All right, let's read. This is great. Hey, maybe I'll just read a couple of lines from my book too. Get a couple of pages in for 75 hard. Frizella. Wow, vocal coaching, guys. We totally do this for our clients, man. This is amazing. We do have to do this for them.
It's important. I've been doing this for almost 2 years with other clients, and I mean, I found that I was doing a lot of things on YouTube for them, but then if you don't fix the basics, which is the speaking, the storytelling, the writing, the topic selection, understanding your audience, if you don't do any of that, then it doesn't matter, right? You're just putting like some dressing on some salad that you don't want, you want to eat or something like that.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
know
It's nothing. It's garbage.
okay, I'm
You
gonna
can't fix
read.
it with the SEO or whatever. Yeah.
So I'm gonna read the introduction of this book. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me ask you a question to start off. If you were able to pay someone to multiply the traits below within you by 100x, what do you think the cost would be? Confidence, self-belief, self-esteem, self-worth, discipline, determination, perseverance, and grit. I've
Okay, hold
asked.
on a second. Hold on a second.
Mhm.
Um, just give me that list. Confidence, perseverance. Like, give me that list again.
Confidence, self-belief, self-esteem, self-worth, discipline,
Can
determination,
you just say
vers-
confidence? Can you just say confidence? Sorry.
confidence,
Okay. Okay. Confidence.
confidence,
Confidence.
confidence.
Yeah. Do you feel a difference?
And I do, yeah. It's
I'm not saying shout it though. I don't want you to be like shouting at people, but I have been told that I'm like too loud and I yell maybe.
those
Yeah.
qualities. So I guess those qualities are coming out in the form, or they're manifesting in the form of my voice, but it's
Yeah.
not even necessarily the physical voice, as in my vocal exercise. It's more about the how you're feeling in the moment.
Yeah. I mean, one feeds the other, feeds the other, you know? I mean, look, we're getting very self-help today, but I'll tell you this. You know, they say when you're happy, you make yourself smile.
Hmm.
But if you just smile, you will actually make yourself happy. It's a two-way loop. So
Yeah,
smile, your brain will go say, okay, we're happy now. So the confidence is like that too. You're speaking authoritatively. If you're in public, you'll find that you speak with like, dude, literally there's some people, if you're talking like, hi, excuse me, can we hi, can you do that? There's people will literally not hear you. And
yeah, that
sometimes it's like a
happens all the time.
girl, it's like a girl who talks like a little mousy herself, and it's like you don't exist.
Oh yeah, that
Because
happens to me almost every day.
what, that the girl's like, this guy doesn't exist?
In general, like let's say I'm at a grocery store
Yeah.
and I'm gonna ask like the employee, right, passing by, hey, can you help me with this? But I have to say it like 3 times before they hear it.
Yeah. So you need to speak up. You're shrinking, Anand. You're shrinking. You forgot that God is in you. Yeah, it is gonna be like a loop of like, but even this, you put up the video, it'll get better. But now you know, and that's half the thing. It'll take like a couple of months. But I think, you know what? I'm gonna go back to this. I think what you need is the affirmations. You gotta do the affirmations, but you gotta do them. Dude, you gotta do this. So now, okay, so like give me like we need to write your affirmations. We don't need to
Okay.
read Anthony Frisella's book. We need a thing of like, we need like some incantations, like you ever watch Muhammad Ali where he goes, I'm the most beautiful around. I fight when I fight, I move so fast, they're on the ground before the lights are on. Like he just has these
Yeah.
shit talking lines. You
Like
need
he
6 or
says,
7.
I'll show you how great I am.
I'll show you how great I am. Like it's like you need 10 lines like that about yourself.
Okay.
Wow, we're going to self-help now, but you
This
need
is
10 lines
amazing.
like that about yourself. And
Yeah.
you need to just every day say, God is in me, God is in me. Like you got to do it, dude,
Let's just
because
make a note
you'll
of it.
say it with the confidence. Oh, what if we do we do this as an exercise on the show?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, cool. So why don't I give you
I'll just make a
um
note. I'll just share my screen and then I'll start typing.
Anand's affirmations. We can make this a clip. I don't know who's editing this. They're going to have a nightmare, but let's do a clip. Is this how you're? Oh, you have keep too. Okay, cool. When I speak, heads turn in excitement. That's got to be the first one. When
Okay.
I speak, it's as though the Most High Universal Source is channeling through my body and through my voice. You got to do that. Is that too wordy?
No, it's good. It's a good vocal exercise, right? If it's wordy, or people do
Yeah.
tongue twisters and whatnot.
Oh, we got to do positive tongue twist. No, but you don't need to work on your tongue twisting. You need to work
Maybe.
on 10 sentences. Dude, Robbins does this. And then Sabri Subri, he says to do this kind of shit before your sales calls.
Yeah.
Same with Sam Ovens. They're like, wake up early, get a workout in, and then say, I'm God's special little angel. You gotta do I'm God's angel. I'm doing God's work. I'm raising the consciousness of a generation. I'm the guru's guru. I take them closer to the light so they can take their clients closer to the light, and everybody gets paid when I talk, when I speak to them. You got to do. I don't know what you got out of that, but you need 5, I think.
Okay.
When I speak,
That's
heads
good. I
turn in
mean,
excitement.
but see, your voice is not restricted, right? If you want, you can just let it out. Whereas I feel my voice is very restricted. It's not my natural voice, I feel like.
Yeah, you're shrinking. You're shrinking. You forgot that the Most High Universal Source courses through your veins. Ananda. Ananda.
Okay, so
You forget.
what's the
You
next one then?
forget.
What's the next one?
I make millions. My mouth is $1 million mouth. No, I have $1 million mouthpiece. When I speak, Money comes from God. I have $1 million mouthpiece.
Okay. When I
Woo! Put on my Texas cowboy hat. By the way, I'm ready to go for a standing desk, but today the reason why it's not standing is because if you look at this,
yeah.
behind the scenes, I have this camera here. I got to shoot my reaction video.
Oh.
I'm going to shoot my reaction video. So all the issues that you're having, I've been having the same issues all day, really, because I've just been thinking
Really?
about the video. I'm like, what do I say? How do I shoot it? Yeah, and we'll go through that script after, actually. But I have $1 million mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me go to my ashram. Let me go to my ashram. I didn't know we were going to be teaching God's plan today. I didn't know we were going to be teaching God's plan. So you can do, when I speak, money reigns, money, my $1 million mouthpiece makes money manifest. My $1 million mouthpiece makes money manifest from the most high universal source.
Makes money manifest from the most high source.
Most high universal source. Universal. When you say universe, put that verse. Say it like that.
Okay.
Universal source. Or you can put it on source. Say source. Say, okay, do that one.
When I speak, my $1 million mouthpiece makes money manifest from the most high universal source.
Yeah. Cut out the when I speak. Cut the when I speak.
Okay.
Okay, let's give that one. My $1 million mouthpiece. Say that. Say my $1 million mouthpiece.
My $1 million my $1 million mouthpiece.
Give some emphasis on my $1 million mouthpiece. Take
My $1 million mouthpiece.
My $1 million mouthpiece
My $1 million mouthpiece
makes money manifest.
makes my $1 million mouthpiece makes money manifest.
My $1 million mouthpiece makes money manifest.
My $1 million mouthpiece makes money manifest
From the most high universal source.
from the most high universal source.
That's good. That's your mantra. That's your prayer. That's your
That's
mantra.
amazing.
Mantra. Wow, I gave you a
You should
mantra.
charge people for this.
Of course, dude. It'll come. So we do my $1 million mouthpiece makes money manifest from the most high universal source. What other M words? Manifest, milestones. My $1 million mouthpiece makes money manifest from the most high universe. My $1 million mouthpiece makes. I think that's your mantra. I think that's your. My $1 million mouthpiece. My $1 million mouthpiece makes marketing. We got to put marketing in there, don't we? Where do we get the
millionaires?
marketing millionaires? What was the other one we had? How to market your marketing. How to market your marketing to the marketing market.
Markets to marketing.
Oh, so maybe that's our second one. We do my $1 million mouthpiece makes my marketing to the marketing marketplace. Wait, my marketing. I market my marketing to the marketplace with $1 million mouthpiece that makes money milestones. Milestones now. Yeah, that's good. My $1 million mouthpiece makes marketing.
My $1 million mouthpiece makes marketers market to marketing millionaires.
Oh, how about this? My $1 million mouthpiece marketers makes millions for marketers marketing their marketing to the marketplace.
That's a tongue twister right there.
My $1 million mouthpiece makes millions of dollars for the marketing marketplace when they market My $1 million mouthpiece makes millions, marketing makes millions. How about this? Makes millions when I market my marketing to the marketplace. Oh, we had to, okay. And also add more M words, mission and milestone. Just if you can give it 2 more bullets there, mission and milestone. We'll work them in down the road. But right now, it's like my $1 million mouthpiece makes millions when I market my marketing for the marketplace, for marketing to the marketing millionaires, to the marketing millionaires. Well, we can't say millionaires twice. My $1 million mouthpiece makes millions when I market my marketing to the marketing market. Could be that. But I like the first one. My $1 million mouthpiece makes money manifest from the most high universal source. That's it. Hit that one. Because it's got God in there. That's good. That's what you need.
Yeah, these are amazing. Yeah. So we can work on this throughout the video, but do you think, so just to recap. Yeah, we can make another video called like success affirmations. I think that's a hot topic and people need
success affirmations. Yeah.
So, but yeah, but just for this video, right? Focusing on the voice, right? You're saying affirmations, be more confident, be more authoritative. Anything else you would recommend? Like, how about practice? Like, how about like everyday talking, right? Because everyday talking, I just talk very, very plain, right? I don't really worry about my vocal tonality. So should I consciously focus on being more expressive or being a bit more extra?
Okay, so here's what I feel like maybe you need that will just fix it all up. Maybe this is the thing that fixes it all up. Because if you say, see, that's why I said put the word mission in there. Because if you're on a mission from the most high, and you believe it, and you act as if, then I think it could fix it all. Maybe, this guy's teaching his Neville Goddard class, and he says there's 3 ways to manifest or whatever. And he says one of them is acting. He's like, just stick your chest out and walk hard, but maybe you got to walk while you do the affirmations. And next video we do, I'll be standing. So that'll be good too. Standing was actually a good move. I just sat down because I got to shoot this like spiritual video today. Although that could be standing too, but my tripod's like low, whatever. But I think this, it's like you gotta, okay. And going back to the being like authoritative or whatever, right? The problem with that is that I don't think, here, can I share something with you? Can you close that? Wow, I wonder if we can both share. You see,
yeah, you can.
You see, here's the thing, right? This is what we do. We take a guru from here up to flow and maybe one day to pure Tao, to super consciousness, ultimate consciousness, which is like, we're talking $1 million a month. Let's call it what it is. Okay. Yeah. We're talking $1 million a month, because if their product is so tight, it'll just sell like crazy, right? I mean, we essentially want to get a system of putting out a $5,000 to $10,000 product, having like building out doing the ads, obviously doing the comedy ads that makes it pop in more markets, but also having that infrastructure ready. Because when we take someone up to pure Tao, I really don't think they're going to be able to stay there that long, because everyone copies you on the internet. So whatever their product is, it's going to come in. It's almost got to be a 2-year crazy whatever market dominance, and then they go up to like guru status where they're just doing Oprah, or they're on Netflix or whatever, and their product is now maybe copied, or maybe it's just like manufactured and put out there in Walmart by someone or whatever it is, right? So the point though that I'm trying to make is that when you say competition, when you say aggressiveness, that's down here. We need to be here, taking people up from here. Like, we need to be here. That competitiveness. So this could be an issue where people have a hard time closing people, because they, on some level, they just forgot that I'm doing God's plan. I'm just here doing God's plan.
Yeah.
You think I don't even want to do, I don't want to close you, but God put me in front of you, so I got to do God's plan. I gotta improve the world, and this is my, you know what I mean? Like, this is what we're here to do. So we just have to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's more a better way to look at it for you, because maybe the problem is, if you're feeling like not confident,
Mm.
maybe it's because there's some fear that, like, oh, can I take 10,000? It's like, yeah, if you don't take it, someone else is going to take it.
Yeah.
And, like, you kind of know that, right? Like, if you don't lock them in for the 5,000 a month or 10,000 a month, these
Mm-hmm.
people will spend their money on all kinds of psychos.
Yeah,
You're a
that's
nice
true.
person, you'll do their work properly.
That's true.
So you don't so that mentality shift of, like, I got to be aggressive,
Mm.
it's more like, hey, because I care about you. And that's what we have to teach them too, is like, you love your people,
Mm.
so because you love them, you have to be a little hard on them, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.